Hello everyone, Editing Joker here, and you could already tell by the length of this video, but I have to put the disclaimer in, is that this will be a long video, because this is using MIRAI on a number of teams that are long format, so this video will take a while. It's like over almost 40 minutes or something. I will have timestamps in the video description, in case there's a specific section that you want to watch. But, yeah. These are all the teams that I couldn't take her on in the first showcase for her, because it would make that video too long as well. So I'd rather have one decent and one long video than two super long videos that no one wants to watch. So with that small disclaimer in mind, let's go to the actual start. Good morning everyone, it's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video, and this is part 2 of the new MIRAI IDOLMASTER showcase. Part 1, we only took her into the beatdown battle, we only put her on her specific team, so now it is time to branch out and see how well she can fare alongside other units. Because she is, at heart, a pretty generic green character. You can put her on any green team and she will probably run fine, if not quite well. So we're going to find out how well that actually works out by first putting her on the Goddess of Destiny team, which unfortunately we don't have a beatdown battle for, so it's going to be a little wonky, but she is essentially like Bride Sokka. They're almost the same unit, because they both have the future hand of green orbs, they both do the extra green damage, and then Sokka gives, 20% attack, which goes up to 45 based on Goddess of Destiny World of Fantasy, whereas MIRAI is just giving you a permanent 2% every time you use that skill and you send 6 greens. So, I mean, in theory, MIRAI's ceiling of damage is higher than Sokka, but Sokka's is much easier to initially get a higher number out of, because if you build a full team, it's 45%, and it's going to take quite a while for MIRAI to hit 45%, but this is also dependent on you having a full team of Goddess of Destiny or World of Fantasy, so there is a little flip-flop there. But we will replace her on the Goddess of Destiny team, and we'll see how well that goes, and then we'll go on to a few other green-focused teams. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to put her on the Goddess of Destiny team. We're going to swap Sokka out, and she's going to essentially attempt to replace Sokka, because we have the same skill set. We have a feature hand, we have an attack buff skill. It's just that this attack buff skill is passively gained, and requires that we use green orbs, which, to be fair, we only have one green orb changer on the team, and that's Traya. And while she's very good at it, the Goddess of Destiny team does not revolve directly around green orbs, right? It revolves around Shuna stealing a bunch of orbs to give to herself, because she's a selfish little girl. And that's how the team is supposed to run. Like, the green orbs, yes, they do get buffed quite a bit because of rain, but I'm looking for the EX ult for Shuna, which is stealing a bunch. I don't have the point capacity to use, 2 orb changes, plus a steal, plus the green buff, plus the MIRAI future hand, plus the live mode. No, we're capped at 100 points on this team. So, realistically, the problem that I have with Sokka on the Goddess of Destiny team is actually worse with MIRAI. Because now, instead of just getting an attack buff immediately, which would be 45% on this team as it's set up, I'm going to get 12% per turn if I send a full hand of greens, which on this team is also probably highly unlikely. So, I mean, we're going to try it out, but I'm going to be brutally honest, I don't think she's a good fit on this team. I don't. Because I'm not replacing her for Rain. I'm not going to have MIRAI and Sokka on the same team. I'm not going to replace her for the hero, because I need someone to swap the EX ult out for Shuna, and I'm not going to swap Traya out, because then we wouldn't have any green orb changers. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. The more I use her, the less I like her, but let's try it out. Okay, so turn 1, we do have an orb chain, or an orb steal hand with the 3 hero orbs, which is good, because that's what the team is supposed to be built around. So we're going to swap you in, we're going to swap Traya out, so we can keep her in the back for good orb changing next turn. Hopefully we get it. We're going to steal these greens, and we're going to move, well, not greens, we're going to steal all the orbs, and we're going to move on with our day. So let's just send it all on Shinsha, because she's going to get tanky and she heals a lot once we lower her down, and on turn 2. As long as we don't kill her. Thankfully we don't. And a cheeky counter just for funsies. Alright, there's a big heal, there's another heal, there's the defense and guard. Alright. So, what does the hand look like? I'm going to be honest with you, not great. Okay, but here's the issue that we run into, right? We have 56 points to use. And that's not enough, right? Because if I were to bring Triya in, if we were to alt swap the alt away, that'd be the green right here. And then we could bring in, for Rain, we could bring Triya in to convert this orb and then convert these two orbs right here. And that would be a full hand of green. However, that's going to be all our points, and we don't have enough to use either the future hand or the live mode. So, I mean, we'll do it because I'm talking about it right now. Unfortunately, this is not like a good setup where we have max points, which maybe I'm using the wrong team. Maybe I should have gone to like the Dark 2.0 stage where we have a guaranteed starting hand, but that's 2 blues, which this team doesn't have a double blue orb changer. So let's do this. We'll bring the hero out, and then we'll orb change. Boom, and there we go. We have a full hand. Awesome. Does it really matter as far as using the permanent attack buffs? No. We don't even have the green buff active right now. So what are we actually doing on this team? Not much. Okay, yeah, I mean, look at that. Doesn't really do much for us right there. What we could do is we could do the future hand of greens right here. We could get Triya out. We could send these orbs. All right, that gets us the EX ult, and then the next turn will be a full hand of green. And all right, so now on turn 4, we are beginning to see a semblance of this working out. But it's only 12% attack, right? It's not 45% attack immediately. So let's do this. Let's do the live mode. And then there we go. So now we have the extra ult gauge increase, which we don't really need because Shuna already has the EX ult. And then we'll go ahead and send this. And oh, we have 15 points, so let's actually bring Rain in. And then we'll use the green buff. There we go. All right, so now we're capped out. Good. 100 points, max protector, EX ult. We got 12% attack out of that. 12% for that whole setup on turn 4. As it's not what I would consider worth it, honestly. Like, did it work? Yes. Is 12% also less than 45%? Also, yes. So, is she actually a good unit on this team? And now it's 45 and 60 because we don't have a skill resetter. Now it's 45 points to get another 12%. Like, no, she's not a good fit on this team. I'm gonna be flat out with that. She is not a good unit for this team. Magic buff, cool. Let's get the resistance down from the hero. Okay, that's done. Let's get the light and crit damage buff for Shuna, and we're gonna clear this stage. Like, we're gonna do it. This stage is also not difficult by any means. So we didn't need Mirai to magically help us beat this. It did not save the run. So, I mean, Shuna, 367,000 damage when she only had like 100 to begin with. And there we go, 83k. So it's like, did we make it work? Technically, kind of, yes. Is it efficient? No. No, it is not. So now let's try and put her on an efficient team and see if she can bring a bit more value. Okay, next up is the Dark 2.0, the first anniversary team. We've got Veldora, who is able to reset the skill costs, which makes it much more efficient and affordable to be able to use both of Mirai's buffs, because this team famously is lacking a little bit of orange converting, because they shafted Shinsha and gave it to bitch-ass Diablo, like idiots, and they tossed that intern over the top of Bandai Namco headquarters building. So that's what he deserved. But we have, the blue orb change. We got the green buff. Excellent. We've got the special convert and the alt buff. Cool. We've got future hand of greens, which will be something to use here, plus the permanent attack buff, which can benefit everybody. We've got the dark crit, the crit and the dark crit damage, and we have the dark attack. So, I mean, this team, in theory, should work just as well, if not better, than when I tried this team with Sokka, because Sokka was not getting any additional buffs from having Gods of Destiny or World of Fantasy, because it was only her. So, in theory, this should be much more efficient. Okay, we're starting on turn 2, because turn 1 is just an orb change from with Isis, and then turn 2 is where the real RNG begins. So, we have here a decent hand, because we can do the Milim orb change, and Shinsha can get out of here. We can bring Isis back up front, and we could do a few things here. We could guarantee that the next hand is full of oranges, or not oranges, but greens. We could do the live mode now, and we would guarantee that these would give us a 12% attack buff. We could do the Veldora buff here. We could do a full hand of greens, which is what we should do. So let's go ahead and future orbit. So that's down to 31 points, which means we only have enough to use the orb change. So we're not going to get the live mode here, but, you know, we're going to guarantee that the next hand is also full. Was it the correct move? Maybe not. Maybe we should have used the live mode and the green buff instead, but it's better than nothing. This does get us the Milim ult, which is cool. Hopefully it doesn't screw us. Let's see how well this goes. 17-2. Okay, cool. But look, an orange orb that I can't do anything about. So let's use the live mode. Let's use the green buff now. And then let's use the future hand again. And we'll use the... We have 16 points. And let's go ahead and just send it. I'm going to send the ult because we're not going to... I don't want to hold on to it. So 26,000. All right, cool. This will probably get the Mirai ult, which also I don't really want, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's going to happen. Yeah, we have quite a bit of... Oh, look, another orange orb. Holy shit. But we can actually do something about that. So let's go ahead and reset all these skills, right? I don't want to... Yeah, let's reset these skills. And so now Mirai can get the future hand of greens, which means that when we swap her out, we don't actually have to use the orb change. Let's use the live mode, and then she can disappear. And now we're essentially trying to buff up Dark Milim, right? That's the whole point of this, is that we want Dark Milim to get a lot of attack. So there we go. Let's get the extra skill points on orbs. Let's get the green buff active again. And what is Milim up to as far as attack? It should be just the 12%, right? Yeah, okay. Wait, right? Hold on. Attack, 10%. 10 to... Oh, because we sent the ult, that's right. So yeah, okay, so here, we'll get another 12% though, because we're sending a full hand of greens. So there's the attack increase, excellent. So now we're up to 22% attack, and now we are just shy of where Sokka would be if we were to brought her, because she would have only given 25%. And there's another future hand of greens right there. Okay, cool. Excellent. Probably not going to work out the way I want it to after this, though. So let's get Isis out of here. We will do the reset again. I don't think... Is Gazel going to live long enough for this? Future hand, orb. All right, cool. We'll swap... We'll swap Mirai out, since she's going to do less damage. And we'll just have Shinsha here. All right, cool. Does he seal that attack buff, actually? Oh, he does seal that, okay. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and send everything. It'll get us out of the way. All right, that's another Milim ult. Unfortunate, but oh well. 47k, this won't do a lot. It's 35k. So we're gonna get another 8% attack technically, even though it's sealed right now. So it'll still stack. It's just that, will we get it? No, and he's not gonna live past that. So I mean, he's gonna die this turn, obviously. But was this an efficient use of our skill set? I mean, I would say it was okay. Like, obviously, we're going to kill him, and that's the whole point of this team. But we're still attack sealed. We'll get the magic buff right here. So we're definitely not gonna be full power. But at the same time, were we able to ensure that we had full hands of greens almost every turn after like turn 3? Yes. Were we getting a passive attack buff? So where now we're gonna be at 30. We're gonna be at 40% attack once we sent this, and he would, if he was still alive. Yes. And that would, go on top of the attack buff that Millam's also giving herself from her own, alt damage buff. So that's, 45%. So it'd be 55% attack that we're getting, plus the trait right here. Is it efficient? Yes. Is it unfortunate he doesn't live that long? Also, yes. But, it's a 1-year-old event. So, did we make her work? Yes. Did she give the team ample support? Yes. Is she a good unit on this team? She is a definite, option for a substitute. Would I pick her over anything else? No. There are other units I would bring instead of this. 82k. We were attack sealed, so it doesn't matter. We didn't have the dark buff from Shinja. It is what it is. But we did prove that we can make her work on a green team that has points to burn. That's the important thing, is that if you have a skill reset, then everything can look very, very nice. Speaking of skill resets, let's try something else that's fun. Speaking of skill resets, there's also a pretty good team that has skill resets kind of built into the kit. I don't know if you're aware of this team. It's kind of a sleeper. But Vengeance Velzard could possibly be a good protector to run over Mirai. Because, she's got the Vengeance, she's got the skill resets. It's quite a defensive team, and this team also wants green orbs. Ooh, maybe the Vengeance team could be a little good here. So we are bringing Raphael, Rain for the green buff, Yom is covering the blue orb change. We've got Mirai for the future hand plus the permanent attack buff, which, this team is not really built on attacking. It's built on the Vengeance mechanic, and, attack stats have nothing to do with that. But, I mean, why not? And then we've got Triad to cover the turn 1 orb change and hopefully any other converts that we run across along the way. But ideally, we'd just always have the Mirai buff active, right? So let's see how well it works out. Okay, so turn 1, we're going to use the Rain buff, and then we'll bring Triad in for Rain. And then we'll use the convert, and then we'll get you out of here for Mirai. And then hopefully, after this turn, everything is set up, so we're just going to run amok with a whole bunch of protection gauge, a whole bunch of skill points, and a whole bunch of skill resets. And, in theory, this should work out fairly well. I also don't know how hard he hits outside, but that's a terrible hand right there. What the fuck? 3,000? Alright, that's not bad. There's the alt resistance. That's going to hurt. Okay. Oh, right. He seals body and spirit changing skills. Okay. Well, looks like Yom has the bulk of it. Okay. So Yom does have the bulk of the orb changing kind of there. Let's do... actually, we can make it work. So let's bring Triya in for Yom, because he's sealed anyways. And then we will use her convert. Cool. And then we can use the future hand? Yeah, the future hand. And then we'll reset everything. And then we'll use Triya's other orb change, and that'll be a full hand of greens. And then from here on out, it's going to be greens for days. Again, can't use the live mode buff because we just don't have that many points, because we don't have a skill cap increase. But, again, the attack buff on Mirai on the Vengeance team is pretty useless, right? Will it help us do more damage overall? Yeah, sure. But I'm not using the Vengeance team for normal attack stats. I'm using it for Vengeance. So 10,000 right there, okay. Look at those greens. 14k, holy crap. Oh. That's, ooh. Wow. That's against Raphael, who, yeah, it doesn't have a lot of dupes on, but it's got 15,000 attack. Or 15,000 defense, holy crap. Ooh. Did not expect that. But that was an 80%, what, alt debuff right there? Rough. Alright, so let's do this. We need a healer. I should have brought Lumi instead of Trya. Oh my. Oh dear. Unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll just use another full, future green hand, and we'll pray that Raphael lives. Because we can't use any of his skills. So we're kind of fucked now, aren't we? Alright, let's get Trya out for Rain? For Rain. Green buff again for funsies. We'll put the Vengeance back on. Now that he's not ulting us, now that we don't have that resistance, hopefully Raphael can live a bit longer. He's going to lower the physical attack on his ult, too. So there's the attack buff that we got. That's 10% attack right there. 13k. All right, cool, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I know the seal does run off after, next turn. Whoa. Chill, bro. I mean... Okay, well. your seal is still active. Damn. Okay, so let's Vengeance, let's Guard, let's seal his the attack buffs that he doesn't give himself. Let's Future Hand again. So I mean, we're getting a lot of use out of the Future Hand, no doubt. Okay. Can Raphael live? Maybe I should have put a heal charm on instead. That may have been a better idea. Alright, 31k. 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. I should be sending Raphael first. What am I doing? Okay, can you live? Oh, 1,100 damage. Alright, we didn't have the resistance down. One guard, one guard, one guard. Alright, so... Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay. Hey, guess what? Let's use another Future Hand. Let's get some more seals on him. Just keep him in the dirt now. And we'll Vengeance again. Why not? Yeah, I mean, does this work? It certainly does. Is it efficient? I mean, we haven't had to use any other orb changes since turn, 3, right? Turn 2 or turn 3? Sure, guys. Alright, so... There's the Vengeance seal again. Alright, he gave himself some buffs here. He got Space Attack, which we cannot seal. I think if he hits Raphael again, we're dead. I think, because we're no longer guarding 2. Okay. Raphael, you gotta go. You gots to go. However, let's use the Future Orb mechanic so that when we swap Raphael out, it's still a green orb. Let's use these skills right here. Yeah. So live mode, more attack for the units that don't matter. We'll get Mirai out, and that's another Future Hand right there. Holy crap! And let's put Vengeance on. And then I didn't see how much the Vengeance did to Geld last time. I'm sure it wasn't like too much. All right, attack up. Cool, awesome. Look at the damage. Look how well we're doing. 9,000. That's still quite a bit. 21 stacks. 116k. All right. Well, I mean, it's something. He's gonna ult again, so we still don't want Raphael up front. I think we just run it like this, call it good. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to continue this any further than we do. Obviously, if you can guarantee yourself full hands of greens on a green-focused team, and you have a way to keep that skill cost low, then you can pretty much just minus the orb changers. So she does work on the Vengeance team. Is she a great unit to put on the Vengeance team? Like, maybe we would have been better with like Water Soe for the defense and the attack down. Yeah, would be better with like Trainee for the alt damage cut and the heal. Also 17,000. Holy mother of God. Hey Geld. Chill the fuck out. Okay, well. Yep. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, can she work on the Vengeance team? Certainly. I think we'll just cut this now. I want to try one more team that's fun. That I think will be fun, and then we can end the part 2 of the showcase. But you know, she does work on this team. She works quite well. Alright, for the last part of the video, we're going to do something that I've been thinking about ever since last night when this unit came out. I was like, how could we make a very entertaining team? Not a good team, but an entertaining team. And I immediately thought of Chabby. Chabby, if you have never used him, if you've pulled him and you think he's an old unit and whatever, what he does is he gives you a skill cap increase of 40 points, every time you use him, and he also buffs green orbs by 150% to all gauges. So you're getting an extra 150% skill point gain, protection gauge increase, and alt gain. And we're going to put that with a unit who guarantees you green orbs, and also gives you attack buffs if you use green orbs. Now, you might be thinking, but Joker, he doesn't reset skill costs, so eventually your future orb hand is going to cost a lot. Well, I thought about that, and I have built this. I have curated this very, very well thought out and balanced team for you to feast your eyes on. It looks like this. We have Isis. We're going to go into the Dark Tempered Edge again. We've already been there once. We're going to do it again. Isis. Orb change. Green buff. Doesn't really matter because Chabby's going to do it anyways. Violet. Magic attack. Everybody here is magic. Everyone will benefit from that. Yes, she has blue orbs. Maybe we want some blues in our life. Huh? Yeah, well, maybe. Hold on. Yeah, think about it. We have Tsubasa, who's going to give Mirai, extra attack. I don't know how much, because I don't know how often he's going to ult us, but she has orb change. Traya as the goddess of orb changing. And then we have Mirai, who's guaranteeing us future greens and giving us attack buff on greens. In theory, this should work. And it should be hilarious, because we'll be shooting out alts left and right because of Chabby, while still getting a passive attack gain, while getting a normal attack gain, while getting a magic attack gain. This in my head should work. Let's find out if it actually does. Okay, so we're starting with the skill point units, so we got 42 skill points. Let's use Isis, both Isis orbs, or orb change and green buff, and then we'll get Mirai in here, and then we'll leave Traya in the back. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, yeah? 100 points. Chabby right there, alright, cheeky counter, why not? 3,800, 20. Okay, we should be sending Violet last, obviously. She's, an actual DPS unit. Okay. Perfect. Look at that shit. Look at that shit, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Tsubasa, let's see. Let's do... Alright, so let's do the future hand. Let's do this orb change. And then let's get Traya in here for the other orb change. Alright. So now we'll be off to the races, essentially, right? Because, no, we are not resetting skill costs. Unfortunate. What we are doing is we're about to get a shit ton of everything else. So, Chabby, 40 points, 140 cap. We put the heal charm on, so we just can't die. That's not true, we can probably die. And now... Look at this, max points. Alt. Almost an EX alt. 1.5 protectors right there. And we're just going to now cycle this over and over and over and over. And we haven't even used the live skills, so we're not actually getting like the passive buffs yet. What's the next hand look like? Oh, right, it's full hand of greens. Silly me. All right, let's do the feature hand again. Let's use the live buff, and then let's get Violet in here because she doesn't have any orbs. It doesn't really matter. Let's use Chabby again. We'll heal back up again. We'll raise our skill cap again. We're gonna send 4 greens here, so that's an extra 8% attack buff right there, plus max points, almost max points, plus almost max double protector, plus more ults. And we're just going to whittle this poor Gazel away, not through big time buffs and nuking. Oh, no. We're in for the long haul. The long haul. Oh, look, we have another 4 green orbs and 2 ults. Who'da thunk? All right, let's use the live buff again. You know what? Let's get Tsubasa out of here, because I want more green orbs. Boom. Oh, we have another green orb. You don't say. Well, I kind of want to leave Mirai up front. But our whole point is actually to buff Violet. So you know what? Get out of here. All right, cool beans. Let's heal. Okay. So now we're going to get 12% attack on Violet, who's already got, a little bit from the last time. So she's got 8% attack right there. Sure. We're about to get 20%. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is fun. I like this. 220 points, double protector, ults all around. And we have enough orb changes to where things don't really matter once we get too deep into the fight. Like, oh no, guys, look at that. We got two nerf blues. Whatever shall we do? Oh, wait. Get out of my face. All right. Let's bring you in for Isis. Yeah, Isis. Cool. Let's use the orb change. All right. Orb change, yeah. I like orb changes. Let's take you out of here now. Now we have a full hand of greens and technically stuff else. Let's do another double stack of Chabby, just to raise our skill cap even higher. Let's get these ults out of the way. And let's do another full hand of greens next turn. Pop, 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 pop. Greens for days! Greens for... See, I'm actually having fun now. If you build a fun team, you can have fun in this game. It's not effective, but it sure is funny. And I think we can start doing the outro here, because we all know where this is going to go very, very quickly. So, Mirai, this is her second showcase. My opinion on her is still pretty bleh about it. She can be a good unit here and there. I don't think she's going to have too much value outside of this meta. Just because, the feature hand of greens, as much fun as I'm having on this specific team, is not really that useful on other teams where they have already orb-changing opportunities or orb-stealing opportunities. Like, it's a good backup in case you don't run, EX Rain for the green buff or Isis for the green buff. But, I mean, it's certainly something that you can do. And, overall, I just think she's an okay unit. It's unfortunate that she is an Earth unit, because that means she's never coming back. Probably. But an Earth desperately needs that help. But there's only so much you can do about it, right? There's only so much they can do. Unless they give, like, another 2 metas worth of Earth units, there's no way we're ever catching up to, like, the light team or anything like that. So overall, if I were to give her a numbered grade, like 1 out of 10, I'd probably give her, like, a 6. Right? And I think that's relatively fair. Because she's not doing insane things. She's not doing terrible things either, so she's just kind of middle of the pack. She can be useful in certain scenarios. She's not garbage, like, Earth Soe or Summer Lumi, but she's also not, like, taking the team to brand new heights where, oh my god, I'm losing my mind because we're doing so much with her, whether it be damage or, utility. No, also, that's not happening. She's just kind of there. So my official grade is a 6. She's middle of the pack. And I think you're welcome to argue with that with me in the comments, but we need stronger Earth units, guys. We just need stronger Earth units, and they just refuse to give us stronger Earth units. So I'm going to call the video there. I've been having a lot of fun with this team. Obviously, it runs funky, but it's hilarious. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.